Namaste. Hi everyone, my name is Luann and thank you for joining me for class today. A good way to honor your body, be kind to yourself, to love yourself. Most important thing in life, first love yourself. So what I need for you to do is to come to a comfortable place, wherever you have in your house, a comfortable room, a comfortable space, your own space where you can be private and alone for at least 45 minutes to an hour. Find your seat, your comfortable seat. Let your place be your sacred space, the place where you come to practice, where you can be alone for a little while. If you need to elevate your hips, you can sit on a blanket or a cushion. It encourages the forward tilt of your pelvis. You can sit in a sukhasana, an easy pose with your legs crossed, or even keep your legs stretched out long in front of you. You can place a towel or a folded blanket behind your knees for extra comfort. It's all about comfort. It's all about honoring your body and finding the shape that best suits your body, even if it changes the next time you come to your mat. Just find what works for you today. Sit in your comfortable seat. You can join your thumb and index finger if you'd like to ground a little bit more to Mother Earth. This is the Gyan Mudra. You can also place your palms on your thighs, palms facing down. That'll help ground you as well. Or you can just sit with your arms freely along the side of your body, palms facing up, and that helps you receive. So find or assume the shape that feels right for you at this moment or today. And begin to settle in. Keep your spine tall and long. Let your crown reach and extend towards the heavens. Slightly tuck your chin, engage the belly in so the navel is pushing back towards the spine just a little bit. Soften the gaze in your eyes if that's part of your practice, if you feel comfortable doing that. And just sit and notice the breath. Notice how your body feels, the emotional state of your mind. Notice all areas of tightness in your body. And then acquaint yourself with your breath today. Notice the seamless, effortless breath that moves through your body. It's your everyday breath. It's the breath that sustains you, that keeps you alive, that you barely notice on a day-to-day basis. But try and bring attention to that part of your being right now. Sit with the breath. Begin to arrive in the present moment. Let the mind chatter cease, if just for a little while. And try to attune yourself to the breath body, to the mind body, and to let your heart open and receive and be aware, observing all feelings that are present today. Notice the breath moving through your body, gentle, even. And just begin to notice the stillness that surrounds you. Hear the pleasant sounds of the room. Feel the air on your skin, on your face. Let your face soften, your eye sockets soften. Let everything about you relax and arrive. If a sankalpa, an intention, is part of your practice, think of your intention now, your sankalpa. Repeat it to yourself quietly. Let your intention be something personal, or let it be more universal, sending your intention to the universe so that you can honor it as you practice today. Let your practice today be joyful. Let your asana be soft. Connect your asana to your movement, to your breath, and just be aware. As you become acquainted with your breath, that seamless, effortless breath that moves through your body, begin to allow and invite the breath to fill your belly. Let the belly expand and lift, and feel the breath move and travel to your side body, your back body. Let it flower up to your collarbone, where you can savor the breath for just a moment. Let it fill you up. Let it nourish you. And then begin to release the breath. Slowly, mindfully, until it arrives back at the belly, where you can almost feel the navel move, draw, and draw back to your spine. Intentionally fill the belly again with breath. Let it expand a little bit like a balloon in all four corners, and then invite the breath to travel to your back body, to your ribs, to your side body, all the way up to your collarbones. Sip it in. Let it fill you up. Energy and prana. And then simply release breath by breath within the moment, letting go of all that came before you arrived at practice today. All that no longer serves your practice today. Release and let go as the navel draws back towards your spine. And one more time, invite this Dirga Pranayama, this 3-part breath, to lift and fill the belly, travel through the side body, back body, and then flower up to the collarbones. The chest opens and widens, and you allow yourself to receive. Feel good about being energized, knowing that you could come back to this 3-part breath at any time, in any place during the course of your day. And then an exhale, letting go, releasing, breath by breath, moment by moment, navel moving back towards the spine. Sitting in groundedness, sitting in peace. Allowing the breath to return to normal now. A more measured, even breath. Remembering your intention. Asking yourself where you feel tight, what areas of your body are blocked. Inviting prana energy to move to those areas today. And also thanking yourself for listening to your body, for presenting yourself at practice, anticipating only goodness, inviting peace. As you sit in stillness, in your quiet place, your safe place, allow me to share a reading with you from Dana Falls, from her book of poetry called Go In and In. The title of this poem is called Breath of Life. I breathe in all that is, awareness expanding to take everything in, as if my heart beats the world into being. From the unnamed vastness beneath the mind, I breathe my way to wholeness and healing. Inhalation, exhalation, each breath a yes and a letting go, a journey and a coming home. A few more rounds of breath. That gentle inhalation, that gentle exhalation. A realization of the life force within you. Coming back to breath each time that the mind is blocked, that the body feels tight, that you need to calm yourself. Coming back to the present moment, all with breath. Open the eyes if your gaze is closed, and inhale your arms overhead, circle the sun. Prayer hands move right down to the heart center. Anjali Mudra, thanking yourself, feeling the energy, preparing to honor your body through gentle movement in asana. Inhale your arms overhead, releasing right hand to the earth, left arm overhead, beginning a gentle movement, a lateral movement, warming up the spine from right to left. Inhaling, releasing right arm overhead, left palm on the mat, and then reversing. Maybe walking the fingertips out a little bit further on each release. A gentle way, a kind way to warm the body. Return to stillness. Walk the hands, lower the torso in front of you. Find the breath and release. Let the hands come over the right thigh as you drop the torso again, finding a gentle stretch. Back through the center and over to the left thigh. Release. Inhale and exhale. And then walk back to center. Inhale the arms overhead and twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. Your left palm is on your right thigh. Your right arm is kickstand behind you as you gaze over your right shoulder. Twisting the spine. Still a gentle warm up. Inhale the arms overhead as they pass through center and twist to the opposite side. Right palm on left thigh, left arm kickstand behind you. Gaze over your left shoulder. And inhale the arms overhead, twist to the right. Notice and feel. And inhale again, pass through the center and twist to the left. A gentle inhale and a gentle exhale. Release, come back to center. If you were seated on any blankets or props, just remove them now. And come into your table position. Wrists and palms underneath shoulders. Feet can be flat or toes tucked. Press into the earth, engage the belly, and begin to undulate the spine in a cat dog. Inhale and lift tailbone, chin, and chest. And on your exhale, tuck the navel towards the spine as you round and tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale and lift. And exhale and round. A gentle movement of the spine and the vertebrae. Inhale and lift. And exhale and tuck and round. Release to a neutral spine, flatten the tops of your feet. Extend your right leg long behind you, toes reaching towards the back of the room. And if you have balance today, extend your left arm, fingertips reaching towards the front of the mat. Engage the belly and find a gentle balance. Drawing your navel towards your spine, inhaling and exhaling. Let your left palm release to the earth, your right knee meets the left, and prepare for balance on the opposite side. Extend your left leg, toes reaching towards the back of the room, right arm towards the front of the room. Engagement of belly, finding your drishti point, your gaze point, down at your mat. Finding your breath, the length in your torso, and reaching towards the front of the mat and towards the back with toes. Release your right hand down, your left knee meets the left. Just pause for a moment. Find your place on the mat, and then inhale your right arm up, thread it through underneath the left As you thread the needle, your right cheek comes down to the mat. You can walk your left fingertips towards the front of the mat, or you can even take a bind. Resting your left arm on your lower back. Softening into the mat, right cheek into the mat. Softening your breath. Another breath, releasing, letting go. And then pressing into the mat, coming up to your table position. Inhaling your left arm up, threading it underneath the right, coming down on your left cheek. Right fingertips can walk out towards the front of the mat or take that bind behind you. Softening your left cheek into the mat. Then very slowly coming up, pressing into the mat, releasing. Walking palm prints up, one hand length, tucking toes, hovering knees, and then pressing the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. We won't be here very long. It's just to get us up to a standing position. So let your toes walk towards the front of the mat. Hang for a moment. Bend your knees. Inhale your arms overhead and sweep your arms down, exhaling with a ha. Inhaling up and exhaling with a ha. Creating energy, stirring energy, creating the hara breath. Ha. Up again and releasing with a ha. And one more time. Inhale up and ha. Coming up. Releasing hands by your side body and finding a Tadasana, a mountain pose. Letting the soles of your feet imprint themselves into your mat. Your belly is engaged. Your crown is reaching skyward. Chin is slightly tucked. Let your shoulders shrug up by your ears. Let them slide down your back. And notice as your palms automatically turn towards the front of the room. Soften your gaze for a moment if you'd like. Soften your eyes. Attune to the breath. Feel the strength of your mountain pose, your Tadasana. Let this strength carry you through the rest of your practice today. Mindfully noticing how the body feels. Matching movement to breath. And then releasing from your mountain pose, your Tadasana, and preparing for a Fen pose, a pyramid pose. So let your arms release by your side. You can then inhale them behind your back, finding opposite elbow. Let your left leg step back behind you. You can have your blocks available or stacks of books for balance if you need. The soles of your feet are planted into the earth. Lift out of the waist, open the chest, and begin to fold forward from the waist. The intention here is to lower head to knee, but some of you may only go this far. That's fine. Some of you may need the support of the props. That's fine as well. Have them available. Let your body tell you what it needs today. If you feel today you want to try to lower head to knee, try. What you accomplish on one side may feel different, totally different on the opposite side. So release, or let your forearms or hands or palms release to the block. Just notice how the body feels. Take a few breaths, and then very slowly, with engagement of the belly, pressing into the mat, let yourself come back up with an erect spine. Release your hands, press into that forward leg for support, and as you press into it, move the left leg to meet the right. Just notice how the body feels. Be aware of how you feel at this present moment. And prepare for your pyramid pose on the opposite side. Let your arms swim behind you, finding opposite elbow this time, if that was comfortable for you. Open the chest, engage the belly. And this time, step the right leg back until you feel comfortable. Now remember, you can immediately release your arms and have your hands ready to touch the blocks or the mat. You'll have to see how you feel from side to side. But once you're ready, begin to hinge from the waist and let the torso drop towards the mat. Remembering, if you need to stop here, if that stretch is deep enough for you, that's fine. If you want to take it a little bit lower, move a little bit lower. If you need to release and find the earth, that's fine too, or find the tops of blocks. Whatever feels comfortable or feels right for your body today. Take a few breaths, notice, observe how you feel on this side. And then when you're ready, engage the belly. Slowly come up. Spine is tall, long. Notice and feel. Release your arms, press into your left leg. Let it help you for balance. And as you do, move your right leg to meet the left. And you've accomplished a pyramid pose. Something to look forward to in your next practice. Keep your blocks handy. You may need them for other poses. Inhale your arms overhead, and as you do, step your right leg back. Oh, I think we'll step our left leg back and prepare for Warrior One. Let your arms move down in front of your heart center. In the Kripalu tradition, your toes are lifted. But if you'd like, and if it feels more comfortable, you can flatten the sole of your back leg. Press all four corners into the mat. See what feels right for you today. If toes are lifted, that's fine as well. Your forward leg is in line with your ankles. Your arms started out alongside your ears, palms facing each other. And then gradually move them down in front of your heart. Prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. Notice, be aware. And then begin to bow over your forward leg, fingertips reaching towards the back of the room, pressing into the sole of your forward leg. Noticing, feeling, always observing how the body feels. On your inhale, lift up. Send your gifts to the earth, to the universe. And then move the energy right in front of your heart center. Pause for a moment, find the breath. And then release one more time. Bowing over the forward leg, finding balance, finding your strength, your inner strength, all your strength. Inhale, lift and rise, sending your gifts to all those who are in need. And then receiving, moving the energy in front of your heart. Straighten the forward leg, pivot on the back foot if your foot was lifted and not already planted to the earth, and prepare for your pyramid pose. Or I should say your triangle pose, Trikonasana. You may want to have blocks available. Straighten the forward leg, straighten the back leg, extend the arms along the heart center, and begin to reach towards the front of the room as your back hip reaches towards the back of the room. When you felt that you've stretched as far as you can, lower your right hand to the earth. Press into the earth. Gaze up towards your left hand. Open the chest, open the rib cage, and breathe. If there's any complaints with your neck today, you can gaze forward or you can gaze down. If you feel uncomfortable reaching to the mat or your inner thigh, use the blocks. Let them serve you. Let them act as a prop for you today. A modification. When you're ready to release, come up. Pivot on your feet. cartwheel down. Let your left leg meet the right. And move into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. This really is your first downward facing dog today, so you may need to pedal your feet. Your fingertips are reaching towards the front of the mat. They're wide and separated. Come up on your toes. Let the soles of your feet release to the earth when you feel comfortable. Your shoulder blades are widened. Your head is hanging loosely in between your arms. Just notice how you feel. And then very slowly, walk your toes back up towards the front of the mat. Hang in an Uttanasana, forward fold. If there's any discomfort in your hamstrings, find your ragdoll, bend your knees. Listen to the body, see how the body feels, always. Come up to a half lift. Fingertips walk right above your knees and gaze over the front of your mat. And then bend your knees, come up, circle the sun, a gentle back bend. And let your hands release right in front of your heart center. Drop your hands to the side of your body. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Remember to roll the shoulders, let them slide down your back. Soften your gaze if it feels comfortable. Find the breath. And just notice. Acquaint yourself with your breath always. And then prepare for Virabhadrasana 1, the warrior 1 on the opposite side. Inhale your arms overhead and step your right leg back. This time your left leg is forward. Again, your toes can be lifted in the Kripalu tradition or drop to the earth, all 4 corners of your foot planted into the mat. See what feels right on this side of your body. Arms initially begin overhead, palms facing each other, and finding the breath. Let your hands come down in front of your heart center, prayer hands. Just notice for a moment. And then release. Bow over your forward leg, fingertips reaching towards the back of the mat. Finding the breath, matching movement and balance to the breath. And then inhaling, let your gifts release to the universe. Notice and feel. And then allow yourself to receive. Bring all that energy, all the energy your body is creating right down to your heart center. Be filled with gratitude and thanks. And then release again. Fingertips towards the back of the room as you drop the chest and bow over the forward leg. Inhaling and rising, releasing your gifts. And then honoring your body, sending energy to your heart center. Straightening the forward leg, pivoting on the back foot if your toes were lifted, and preparing for Trikonasana, the triangle pose on the opposite side. Remember, you can have your blocks available for support for modification. Extend your arms along the heart center. Move yourself towards the front of the mat, your back hip towards the back, and reach until you can reach no more, dropping your left hand to the earth, reaching your right hand towards the heavens, opening and rounding, opening the rib cage, gazing up towards your fingers, gazing forward, or gazing towards the earth, all depending on how your neck feels today. Remembering to use blocks for modification if needed. And releasing. Feeling all the energy moving through your body. And then slowly coming up, cartwheeling down. Left leg meets right. Palms planted into the earth as you move into a plank pose. Wrists right underneath shoulders. Fingertips planted into the earth. Energy radiating through the soles of your feet. Feel the energy in your biceps and your triceps as you press into the earth. And then release your right leg, release your left. Let your hips move back towards the soles of your feet and choose your child pose now. Either your knees together or you can widen your child pose, big toes touching. Extend your arms long. Let the block receive your forehead, or stacked fists receive your forehead, or the mat. Find the breath. Inhale, open the ribs, the side body. And as you exhale, notice and feel your buttocks moving towards the soles of your feet. Inhale and exhale. Softening the breath. In this time of stillness, being kind to yourself, letting the mind quiet, letting the body and the breath soften. A few more breaths. And then come up. Let your hands walk out, one palm print. Tuck your toes again. Hover your knees and rise up into your Adho Mukha Shavasana. You should feel a little bit more warmed up now, a little bit more stretched out, but still walk your dog if there's any tightness. Find the breath. Settle into this posture. This can also be a resting posture. Notice how the body feels. Notice how the mind feels. Let there be a union of mind, body, and spirit. And then slowly let your toes walk up towards the front of the mat. Hang in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Still remembering to bend the knees if there's any tightness. Find the breath. Fingertips walk right up above your knees. Spine is long as you gaze over the front of your mat for your half lift. Come down to the earth again, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, circle the sun and come up. A gentle back bend. And hands in front of the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Release your hands alongside your body and find your mountain pose again, your Tadasana. Feel even stronger than you did at the beginning of your practice. Feel the strength moving through your body, strength that you've created from your gentle flow, your gentle asana. Open your eyes if your gaze was closed and find your blocks. Place them in front of you on the high side. And then very slowly lower your hands as you bend your knees to the tops of your block. Your right leg steps back as you bend your forward leg. Press into the mat, press into the sole of your foot on the forward leg. And on your inhale, lift the leg behind you into the stick pose. Find that drishti point again, a gaze point, a focal point down at your mat. Engage the belly, either flex the toes or point the toes. Engage the belly, feel that navel move back towards your spine. And feel the strength of this posture. Letting the blocks act as a modification to help you. Another breath, and then slowly lower to the earth. Bend your legs. Release your hands as you press into that forward leg for balance and move the right leg to meet the left. Come up. and prepare for stick pose on the opposite side. Reacclimate yourself. Notice how you feel. Take a few breaths, preparing for stick pose. Bend your knees, hands touch the top of the block. This time your left leg goes back as your forward knee bends. Press into the tops of the blocks, press into the sole of your foot, and on your inhale, lift and straighten the forward leg as you lift the back leg. Decide if your toes need to be flexed or pointed, or try both as you press and breathe, gazing down for focus, inhaling and exhaling. Let your left leg lower, begin to bend your knees, release from the tops of the blocks, press into that forward leg for balance, and step your left leg to meet your right. Inhale your arms overhead, swan dive down, Uttanasana. Fingertips walk up, half lift. Release to the earth. Step your right leg back, step your left leg back, and find your plank pose again. Pressing into the earth, energy in your biceps, your triceps, energy radiating through the soles of your feet. And then slowly lower your right leg, your left leg to the earth. Or you could even chaturanga down. Moving your elbows in towards the side of your body. Coming down to the earth, crisscrossing your hands, moving your right leg up, turning your cheek in the same direction, and resting for a few breaths. In these times of rest, notice the energy moving through your body, prana. Release the right leg long, turn your cheek, let the left knee move up. Cheek is turned in the same direction as your left leg. And rest. Noticing, feeling, observing. Straightening the left leg. Coming back to the center of the mat with your forehead and letting your arms release alongside your body. Palms facing up, lifting your right thigh, placing the palm underneath your thigh, doing the same on the opposite side. Lowering your chin to the earth, let your nose graze the mat. I'm going to keep mine a little bit higher because of the microphone. Take a gentle inhale and exhale. Inhale again, and on this exhale, press your pubic bone into the earth and your belly into the earth. And on your next inhale, lift and let the right leg hover behind you in this Ardha Shalabhasana, the half locust pose. Reach your toes towards the back of the room. Feel the energy, feel the strength and the length in your right leg. Another breath. And then release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again, and on your exhale, press your pubic bone into the earth, your belly into the earth, and on your next inhale, lift and hover the left leg. Ardha Shalabhasana. Toes reaching towards the back of the room, the length in the side body, the control, the strength, and then release to the earth. You can move your hands up a little bit more to the hip creases. You can make fists, or you can just keep your palms flat. Whatever feels comfortable as we prepare for a full Shalabhasana, a full locust pose. Lift your nose just a little bit for breath. Again, I'm keeping my head hovered because of the microphone. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale again. Inhale again, and this time you don't have to press your pubic bone into the earth. Just on a full inhale, Press into your thighs, your hip creases, and lift both legs up into a full Shalabhasana. Reaching towards the back of the room, feeling the strength in the thighs and the buttocks, all the muscles being worked. And then lower down to the earth. Noticing, feeling, releasing hands from hips, finding a crocodile position, big toes touching, forehead being massaged on the tops of your hands. Letting the breath soften, letting your body find stillness. And then slowly lift your forehead, press into the earth. Come up. Swing your legs around in front of you. Soles of your feet on the mat, and slowly come down on the back body. Once you arrive there, walk the soles up towards your buttocks. Knees are pointing towards the sky. Arms, for now, alongside your body, palms facing up. Press the soles of your feet into the earth and prepare for Setu Bandhasana, the bridge pose. Inhale and exhale, always reacquainting yourself with breath, never losing sight of your life force, the energy that moves through your body. Inhale again, and very slowly begin to lift the buttocks, the chest, the hips from the earth. Once you're there, your knees are pointing towards the sky. Lift your right shoulder and move your right arm underneath your back, and do the same on the left. Interlace your fingers, let your knuckles move down towards your toes. Tuck your chin slightly, puff up your chest, plant your feet into the earth. Open your heart, improve your posture, and notice, observe, and feel. Taking a few breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly and mindfully release your grasp. Right shoulder releases, left shoulder releases, hands alongside your body, and slowly, mindfully, vertebrae by vertebrae, come down to the earth. Hug your knees in deep to your chest. Massage the spine right to left. Pause for a moment and let your knees release to the right. You can keep your knees stacked. You can place a blanket in between your knees if there's any bone-on-bone discomfort. You can keep your feet stacked or cross at the ankles. Your arms can roll open into a T position through your heart center. Your gaze is turned in the opposite direction of your knees. If there's any discomfort in your neck, gaze up towards the sky. If there's any discomfort in your arms, you can reach them behind you in a goal post, or even place blankets or padding underneath your arms. It's all about comfort and honoring your body and finding the shape that suits you the best. Everyone looks different in their poses and their postures. But allow your breath to soften. Allow your body to begin to wind down, to release a little bit more and let go. Find the breath. Begin to notice the effects of your practice on your physical body, your mental body, and your spirit. Let your chin release towards the center. Knees follow. Hug knees in towards your chest. Massage the back again. And then slowly, and with mindfulness, let your knees drop to the left. your gaze to the right, and again, find the position for your arms, either in a T position, palms facing up, or behind you in goal pose, resting on blankets, stacked knees, ankles crossed, blanket in between your knees if there's any discomfort. Soften. Let the breath be even and measured. Inhale and exhale. Turning inward. Letting go. And letting gaze come back up towards the center. Knees follow. Hug your knees in towards your chest and once again massage the back, the lower sacrum, roll right to left. And then extend the legs long for legs up the wall pose. Your arms can reach up towards your toes. Tuck your chin slightly, let the earth receive your back body. And let the lymph drain through your body. A nice way to calm the mind, to calm the nervous system, to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Keep you calm, inviting peace, clarity of mind. A good pose to do if you're having trouble sleeping at night. A few more rounds of breath. Letting the arms release, the knees bend, and finding a position that feels right for you for your Shavasana. You can extend your legs long on the mat. If there's any discomfort with your back, you can place a bolster or a blanket, a rolled blanket under the backs of your knees. You can even place the soles of your feet on the mat for a more constructive rest. Your knees turned in towards each other. Whatever feels right for you in your practice today. Find your shape, what feels right for your body. Let your arms release alongside your body. If your legs are straight, your feet are splayed out. Your belly is slightly engaged. Your chin slightly tucked. Your neck is soft. You can move it from right to left just to release any tension. The muscles in your face, in your forehead, even in your scalp are all soft and relaxed. Your tongue is resting comfortably in your mouth. You're finding your place of stillness, a place where there's nothing to do, nowhere to be, a place of simplicity, and let it go. Allow the body to soften now. Allow the mind chatter to cease. Allow yourself to reap all the benefits of your practice. In these moments of quiet, feeling the energy, the prana, the breath, invigorating your cells, nourishing your body. Release and let go. Continue to rest in your Shavasana, your place of peace. as I come up to a seated position and read again to you from Dana Fall's Book of Poetry. This again is from her book, Go In and In. It's called Yoga. Yoga is not about the pose. It's not the alignment of toes or hips or shoulders. It's not about the form. Yoga is an invitation to explore, not a command performance. It speaks the language of the soul. In the flow of breath and motion, yoga coaxes us from the confines of the known across the silent threshold into vastness. Yoga is the union of prayer and movement, guided from inside. It is healing and the joy of saying yes to life. Breathe, relax, and feel the body receive its own truth. The seed of freedom flowers within each of us whenever we are open to what's real. Yoga. Begin to deepen the breath now as you hear the sounds in the room and feel the air on your face. Find some movement with fingertips and toes. Reach overhead if your body needs a stretch. Eventually, let the soles of your feet come to the mat and turn the body onto its side for a fetal position, a fetal rest, cradling your head. Thanking yourself for being in practice today. Remembering your intention now, whatever it is you chose as your sankalpa. Remembering it now as a present truth. Inhaling and exhaling. Pressing into the earth, letting the body come up. The head dangles and comes up last. And finding that comfortable seat again for yourself. Whatever it is for you right now, a Sukhasana, legs stretched out in front of you. Moving your hands in front of your heart center. Hearing the gentle sound of your heartbeat. Noticing the gentle, still sound of breath. Moving within you. Quieting the mind. Inviting peace. Inviting stillness to always be a part of your life. Allowing me to chant. Peace within me. Peace surrounding me. Peace from me. By thy grace let there be peace within me. Peace surrounding me. Peace from me. By thy grace let there be peace. By thy grace let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace, 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 as you walk this earth all the days of your life. Namaste.